Our two with number 8 being Ryan Mountcastle of the Baltimore Orioles. This is an organization that's got a lot of young talent. Definitely made for a deep playoff run. I think a huge loss was Corbin Burns, but it's a team that's still going to be a threat in the AL East. I do believe they'll definitely have their hopes up to win a division crown again. And yeah, I mean they do have solid players all around. Ryan Mountcastle is one of those guys, been through it through some pretty bad Orioles teams. So it's nice to see him win, and it's nice to see the impact that he does make on the team. Ryan Mountcastle, 27 years old, 4 years in the league, 1 year, $6.78 million, 124 games played, 473 at bats, 54 runs, 128 hits, 30 doubles, two triples, 13 home runs, 63 RBIs, 27 walks, 114 strikeouts, three stolen bases, a 271 average, a 308 on base, a 425 slugging, and a 733 OPS. Fielding wise, 114 games played at first, 981.1 innings, 860 putouts, 74 assists, 3 errors, 57 double plays, and a 99.7 fielding percentage is bananas. Had a great year. In the playoffs, they did lose to the Royals, which I assumed that they would have gone deeper. So that was a surprise shock. But he had 2 games played, 7 at bats, 4 strikeouts, a zero everything, average on base, slug, and OPS, all that. So he just couldn't hit it. 2 games played, 18 innings, 16 putouts, two double plays for 100 fielding percentage. So overall, solid player. Definitely would like to see him step up in the playoffs a little more. I definitely believe they are a playoff team, and yeah, I mean, Ryan Mountcastle definitely on the up and up. Hopefully, he stays healthy for a longer stretch of time. I do believe this guy can put up good numbers. So we do have Paul Goldschmidt of now the New York Yankees. Um, yeah, veteran presence. Definitely surprised about the Yankee move there. I don't know if they're trying to win now with the old persons club here or whatnot. I'm not saying that he is, old and decrepit and whatnot. I'm just saying I would have assumed they would have tried to get younger. But Paul Goldschmidt does play like he is 20, 25 on an every year basis. I believe he's always got some great health. He's never really missing much baseball. Puts up fantastic numbers, super productive. I mean, he's like I said, a home run. He's a home run threat. He's an RBI machine. Um, he just it just makes it look so effortless. And then defensively, he's Gold Glove material. So yeah, great possible future Hall of Famer here. Paul Goldschmidt, 37 years old, 15 years of league, 1 year, 12.5 million to play for the Yankees this year. 154 games played, 599 at bats, 70 runs, 147 hits, 33 doubles, a triple, 22 home runs, 65 RBIs, 47 walks, 173 strikeouts, 11 stolen bases, 245 average, 302 on base, 414 slugging, 716 OPS. Defensively, 150 games played, 1,313 innings, 1,216 putouts, 102 assists, 5 errors, 137 double plays, and a 99.6 fielding percentage. So yeah, overall solid. And like I said, he continues to keep on keeping on, and he's going to be a pretty great asset to the Yankees organization for sure coming up this year. Number 6, it's going to be Vlad Guerrero Jr. I mean, yeah, he's right there at the top 5. I know for some people it might argue that he should be higher. I think really what hurt him for me is fielding wise, he's not bad. Just I think a little bit too many errors. Also, I would like to see him go to a playoff and have a monster playoff run with that. I know that some guys on the list here they had an okay postseason, but Vlad is still so young. He still has the ability of being even better than he is, and he definitely will win an MVP for sure. So I see him going up, but I had to put him at number 6. It's a hard list. I didn't know what to do here. So, 25 years old, 5 years in the league, 1 year, $28.5 million. They need to sign him for a lot of money, or else someone's gonna get him. 159 games played, 616 at bats, 98 runs, 199 hits, 44 doubles and a triple, 30 home runs, 103 RBIs, 72 walks, 96 strikeouts, 2 stolen bases, 323 batting average is insane, a 396 on base, a 544 slugging, a 940 OPS, and a 6.2 WAR. 121 games played, 1,026.1 innings, 873 putouts, 70 assists, 10 errors, 90 double plays for uh, a 99, solid 99 fielding percentage. So not terrible, but also, like I said, for compared to other defensive first basemen, the 10 errors, it needs to go down. All Star, All MLB Team 1, 6th in the AL MVP voting, Silver Slugger, 8th in WAR in AL, 7th in WAR position players in the AL, 2nd in average in AL, 3rd in on base in the AL, 6th in slug in the AL, fifth in OPS in the AL, fourth in games played in the AL, eighth in at bats in the AL, eighth in runs scored in the AL, second in hits in the AL, third in doubles in the AL, eighth in RBIs in the AL, fifth in putouts as a first baseman in the AL, and third in double plays turned in the AL. A lot of awards, a lot of things, and again, understandable to be upset about where he's at. Again, I just need to see him defensively getting better. Offensively, I mean, these are great stats. I could see him having better seasons, and I would like to see a postseason run from him for sure, where he could be Vlad Guerrero Jr. But overall, I mean, this guy is top five potential, um, and I definitely see it happening next year, where I put him even higher on the list. We go into the top five, and we're going to look at Christian Walker, the first baseman of the former Arizona Diamondbacks, and now, well, he's going to Houston. So Christian Walker, top five, defensive presence is felt one of the best in the game at first base in terms of fielding, and stay healthy. This man is a 30 plus home run machine. Definitely an offensive threat. Christian Walker, 33 years old, 6 years in the league, 3 years, $60 million to be on the Astros, which that's a huge signing for Houston. Unfortunately, for fans that hate Houston, it's not awesome. I'm not a big fan of the signing just because I'm still biased about their cheating scandal, and I just don't want Houston to just be who they are, and they are really good. So cannot knock them for it. 130 games played, 479 at bats, 72 runs, 120 hits, 26 doubles, 26 home runs, 84 RBIs, 55 walks, 133 strikeouts, 2 stolen bases, a 251 average, a 335 on base, a 468 slugging with an 803 OPS, a 2.6 WAR. 129 games played at first, 1,104.1 innings, 977 putouts, 76 assists, 2 errors, and 104 double plays for a 99.8 fielding percentage, which is insane. He was a Gold Glove winner. He was fourth in double plays turned as a first baseman in the NL. He was also first in fielding percentage as a first baseman in the NL, which is no surprise. Yeah, I mean, obviously, him and Vlad, very different. Definitely Vlad, higher potential due to age. I'm picking Christian Walker based on his impact in Arizona. He was able to, they were able to have a nice run to the World Series where they would lose the Rangers. And like I said, when he's healthy, he really is like offensively and defensively on point. So you gotta give him respect. I don't think enough people do. And yeah, him in Houston's gonna be dangerous. So we'll see how that goes. Going to number four, we have Matt Olson of the Atlanta Braves. He's been a big time face for this Atlanta Brave offensive juggernaut. He's also been one of the most reliable defensive players on the Atlanta Braves. Just honestly, a great signing when they got him from Oakland. Definitely has been very big, vital piece to the ball club. Definitely, I believe the Braves still have a great chance of winning a World Series because their roster is so well maintained and they have so many great pieces. So, watch out for this team. I think they'll definitely play a lot more. urgent. They'll definitely be playing better baseball for sure. And injuries did derail their type of season. So this is a team that definitely was gonna possibly win the NL East. So, not nothing against them. They had a great year regardless. I do believe that they are one of those teams that should win a World Series though. Matt Olson, 30 years old, 7 years in the league, 6 years, $130 million. His 6 year is a club option and it's worth 20 mil. So we'll see how that goes. 162 games played every game this year. It's crazy. 600 at bats, 78 runs, 148 hits, 37 doubles, a triple, 29 home runs, 98 RBIs, 71 walks, 170 strikeouts, 247 average, 333 on base, 457 slugging, 790 OPS with a 4 WAR. 162 games played and at first, 1,443.1 innings, 1,259 putouts, 105 assists, 6 errors, 125 double plays, and 99.6 fielding percentage. Great year. Awesome year. 2 games that he played in the wild card against the Padres, which they lost. 8 at bats, a hit, a strikeout, 125 average on base and slugging for a total of 250 OPS. 2 games that he played as one of the hot corners at first. 16 innings, 15 putouts, 2 assists with a great 100% fielding percentage. He was first in games played in the NL. He was seventh in doubles in the NL, eighth in RBIs in the NL, first in putouts in the NL, first in defensive games played and putouts as a first baseman in the NL, second in assists in the NL, and second in double plays turned as a first baseman in the NL. So, again, defensively, definitely one of his best seasons. Definitely, I am a little shocked that he did not get a Gold Glove mention or whatnot. It was hard. I get it. Christian Walker's been phenomenal there. But Christian Walker moving to Houston, I do believe Matt Olson can win a Gold Glove. I also think he'll go back and be the the power hitter he is. I do believe 29 home runs for him is okay, but I think this guy can hit 40. So uh, super great first baseman, entertaining to watch, dangerous at the plate, dangerous on the infield. So great placement to be at. Number three, we're getting to the top three. Bryce Harper. Uh, a great thing to know about Bryce Harper is the fact that this man was drafted as an outfielder. Had a great time in Washington as an outfielder. Put up some fantastic numbers. I mean, won an MVP, whatnot. Comes to Philadelphia, signs a mega contract. Um, Plays a little bit outfield, then plays first base and rocks it. And like, if anyone knows about baseball, switching positions or anything in sports, it's not easy, man. You're learning an entirely new, different position. There's new responsibilities to take care of. There's just another way of playing the game. And Bryce Harper's gracefulness of how he's been able to just adjust and become still such a key leader is great. I think he's been criticized for his lack of leadership before in the past, but he was also super young. You're looking at a guy that is all in on his team. He's all in on his teammates. He's all in for the city, and he is a Philadelphia Philly, and he's made himself really into a legend. I mean, getting him to a World Series and you know being that kind of that heartbeat. So wherever the Phillies go, wherever Harper goes is where the Phillies are going to go. Even when they did lose in the division series this year, he was still having a great year. He was still having a great postseason. So overall, yeah, I mean, I want to see Bryce Harper win a World Series. It would be nice, just like Mike Trout. I would just want to see those two guys because they came up and were generational talents and have been just crazy great ball players for such a long time. Bryce Harper's 32 years old, 12 years in the league, 7 years, $170 million, 145 games played, 550 at bats, 85 runs, 157 hits, 42 doubles, 30 home runs, 87 RBIs, 76 walks, 138 strikeouts, 7 stolen bases, 285 average, 373 on base, 525 slugging, 898 OPS with a 4.8 WAR. 141 games played as a first baseman, 1,233.1 innings, 1,150 putouts, 95 assists, 5 errors, 99 double plays for a 99.6 fielding percentage. So great. In the playoffs, again, they lost to the Mets and honestly thought it was going to be a Phillies year. 4 games played, 12 at bats, 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 doubles, a home run, 3 RBIs, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, a 333 average, a 529 on base percentage, a 750 slugging, and a 1.279 OPS. What more could he have done to try to provide this team to go to an NLCS and a step closer to the World Series? Not much, man. The team just was not sinking. But Bryce Harper, like I said, huge leader. He is an All Star, an All MLB Team 2, sixth in the NL MVP voting, Silver Slugger, eighth in WAR position players in the NL, eighth in average in the NL, fifth in on base in the NL, fourth in slug in the NL, fourth in OPS in the NL, third in doubles in the NL, ninth in home runs in the NL, fifth in putouts in the NL, fourth in putouts as a first baseman in the NL, fifth in assists as a first baseman in the NL, fifth in double plays turned as a first baseman in the NL. So great year, solid player, definitely hitting a good streak of his career right now, and I'm excited to see what he does next this coming year. And I mean, he's well deserving of being high on this list, man. Again, first base is hard. He's adjusted well, and he's been amazing. We got Pete Alonso from the New York Mets. On Spot Track, it has that him actually signing the contract, and it says the Mets on it. But on ESPN, it says free agent. I'm gonna roll with they got him a 1 year deal there, but we'll see. I mean, it's a big ticket here, big ticket price, big ticket item here. If they did end up getting that deal, good for them, but they're gonna have to pay him a lot of money. And do they have that money with Juan Soto having his mega deal? I have no idea. Only time will tell, and I mean, you know, Pete Alonso is a very valuable asset to any team trying to compete in the NL and in for a World Series title. He's 30 years old. He's 6 years in the league. Again, 1 year, 20.5 mil is what it says. 162 games played, every game he played. 608 at bats, 91 runs, 146 hits, 31 doubles, 34 home runs, 98 or 88 RBIs, 70 walks, 172 strikeouts. Way too much, but he is a power hitter. 3 stolen bases, 240 average, 329 on base, 459 slugging, 788 OPS, a 2.6 WAR, 161 games played as first, 1,412.1 innings, 1,179 putouts, 99 assists, 7 errors, 117 double plays, and a 99.5 fielding percentage. Crazy. In the postseason, you're looking at a guy that they made it all the way to the NLCS, could have made a World Series, but they did meet the Dodgers. He played 13 games. He had 44 at bats, 10 runs, 12 hits, 1 double, 4 home runs, and 10 RBIs, 12 walks, 15 strikeouts, 2 stolen bases, 273 average, a 431 on base, a 568 slugging, and a 999 OPS. 13 games that he played, 113.2 innings, 96 putouts, 7 assists, 1 error, 5 double plays for 99 fielding percentage. Again, had a great postseason. He was an All Star. He was first in games played in the NL. He was eighth in at bats in the NL, fifth in home runs in the NL, third in putouts in the NL, second in defensive games as a first baseman in the NL, third in putouts as a first baseman in the NL, fourth in assists as a first baseman in the NL, and third in double plays turned as first baseman in the NL. So defensively, he doesn't get a lot of talk because it's the bat that he's known for, his 50 bombs a year, and just the prowess of what he's able to do with that, with the straight power. Just a strong dude. But defensively, he is rock solid, good ball player. And the Mets got someone here, so can they sign him? It all depends on what happens and their payroll, but he is a difference maker and he deserves to be on this list. Definitely top two with the impact that he's made on the Mets and just the crazy amount of numbers he puts up. every year. One first baseman in the league. It's going to be a Dodger. It's going to be Freddie Freeman. Um, Overlooked, overshadowed from the Otanis and the Betts and Will Smith and the pitching rotation. Even though they know he's a superstar, even though the league knows he's a superstar, even though they do announce him at times, I still think he gets underrated. I think this World Series really proved to people like, wow, like Freddie Freeman is a legend, is a guy that's going to be up for Cooperstown, and he's a dangerous baseball player that you also need to watch out for. Like, I know he's been doing it for years, but it's nice to see some more recognition from blue collar type players. Freddie Freeman, I mean, he's been he's been Mr. Consistent his whole career. 35 years old, 14 years in the league, 3 years, $81 million. Deferred money from 2028 to 2040 until he's 50 years old, though. 4 million annually there, so they'll be paying him $57 million total. Another smart contract for a baseball player. 147 games played, 542 at bats, 81 runs, 153 hits, 35 doubles, 2 triples, 22 home runs, 89 RBIs, 78 walks, 100 strikeouts, 9 stolen bases, 282 average, 378 on base, 476 slugging, 854 OPS with a 4.7 WAR. 147 games played with 1,270.1 innings, 1,022 putouts, 115 assists, 4 errors, 93 double plays, and a 99.6 fielding percentage. In terms of obviously the postseason, they won the World Series. He played 13 games, 52 at bats, 6 runs, 13 hits, 1 triple, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, 1 stolen base, a 250 average, a 291 on base, a 519 slugging with an 810 OPS. 13 games with 105 innings, 76 putouts, 11 assists, 1 error, 9 double plays with a 98.9 fielding percentage. Not the best thing he's ever had, but at the same time, it made up for him with the bat. All Star, 2024 World Series MVP, 17th in the NL MVP voting, 10th in WAR position players in the NL, 10th in average in the NL, 9th in on base percentage in the NL, 4th in slugging in the NL, 6th in OPS in the NL, 10th in doubles in the NL, 4th in defensive games as first baseman in the NL, 5th in putouts as a first baseman in the NL, 1st in assist as a first baseman in the NL, and 3rd in fielding percentage as a first baseman in the NL. Again, he continues to shock a lot of people. He continues to play brilliant baseball. And yeah, I mean, having him in there is gonna be wild, and this team can win another World Series for sure. Freddie Freeman still telling people he got it, and he does because he is definitely the best first baseman in the game based on all this body of work.